Joining us here in studio, the newest cornerback on Buffalo's roster. Joined the team at the trade deadline. It is one Rasul Douglas. Thanks for spending some time fresh off the practice field. Guy still got his shells on.
Man,
came right here. We threw the lasso around him and grabbed him. So first question, Rasul. You know, you had to make a transition here. It's an uncommon one. You know, mid-season, you got to jump from one place and right into another environment. And it didn't take long. I mean, they put you right on the field right away. So maybe walk me through that first week or two. Because, I mean, you're a veteran player, so adapting to change is something that you're capable of. You know, you're not like a wet behind-the-ears rookie. How did that first week or two go here? How did they kind of get you adjusted?
Oh, well, I'll just say that when I first got here, it was a great welcome by the D-line. I mean, they showed me love as soon as I walked out on the turf. Because I didn't practice the field. I didn't practice my first day. I just came out in like
Right,
hat.
I remember.
So D-line, man, they showed love. They was like, we're going to get you right. We're going to set you right. That's how we do it here. From then on, man, it was just meetings in the morning. Before everyone got to the building, me and JB just met, and he kind of talked through the game plan for that week. So I didn't learn I still don't know the whole defense yet.
Yeah.
But I just learned the game plan based off by the week on what we're running.
You're talking about Coach Butler.
Yeah, right. So that's just how he caught me up to speed. And then when you got guys like Micah, Poe, Rap, Cam, them guys on the back end, where they're talking nonstop throughout the play, like, you know, so they kind of helped me know what's going on. And me and Rap kind of came from similar places because he came from the Rams, I came from the Packers, and they both had the same DC. So we kind of call certain things the same thing. So it's easier for those guys to just get me in flow.
And now week after, you know, you get into the season, man, it goes fast. And we start, you start week 1 and all of a sudden it's tumbling downhill. Now we're week 15, right? I mean, it's like, so how's it gone step by step? You feeling now the guy now starting to feel like more your team now, and instead of just parachuting in, you feel like you belong here, and either your teammates now, it's your team, it's your town. You're getting a little
for
on
sure.
and off the field.
Yeah,
you know, there's a lot going on, man.
Yeah, it is. But these guys do a good job, you know, with family. Like everything here is kind of like family in-house. So, and the leaders lead here, and everyone else just kind of just gets on board and does the right thing. So it feels like I'm a part of this team now. So
I'm guessing that you've probably have you played the Cowboys in recent years, being on the NFC side of the ledger? When was the last time you played these cats?
Year.
You did? Okay.
Yeah.
So anything you can go to school on? Like the roster over there hasn't turned over terribly much. So
changed.
How much does that help you in terms of knowing their personnel? I mean, the scheme is one thing, but knowing the individual matchups and the tendencies and things like that.
Yeah, you just gotta
is there some memory you got? Your notebooks? Maybe you're looking at your old notes and stuff?
Yeah, but also it's a different defense as well, right? So how they attack you won't be how they did last year when I played. So I'll be just looking forward to how it goes, but I'm familiar with those guys.
Yeah. And, I mean, Lamb is a guy that I know Taryn's going to probably be busy with primarily, but they move him around.
Yeah, they move him around. They like him at every position, whether it's in the backfield, slot, at 3, at 1. I mean, he's their guy, so they move him around and give him touches.
What's the difference in atmosphere when you got meetings when, say, for instance, this year when you play a team like the New York Jets that are struggling offensively, they can't get out of the way they're trying to win the game, 3-0, kind of thing, like the Minnesota Vikings beat the Raiders, right?
Yeah.
Those are but you get into a game of the Cowboys this year, and they're hanging 40 points a week on these teams, so it's a little different animal when you watch them on film and you start to get your game plan, and when you think, okay, if we miss this just a little, we're in danger of giving one up.
Yeah, I mean, they got the guys to go the distance. You just got to kind of slow them down, try to stop Dak as much as you can, and just keep the run from getting too much, because they run the ball good. They usually win in the games. They run the ball as well.
As you're kind of getting accustomed to your teammates, particularly on the back end, you look at Christian Benford, and I don't think he's that much smaller than you, stature-wise. And I kind of feel like he has the same style of play as you. He's a young guy, so I don't know if he feels as comfortable taking the same number of chances that you do. Like, you have a better sense as to when you can gamble and when you can't.
Yeah.
And I still think he's kind of learning that. But do you see, like, some similarities with his playing style to yours? Because you're both kind of, physical guys that, don't mind mixing it up, and you know what I mean? Good open field tacklers.
Yep. And that's the thing. He could do it all. He can play off. He can press. He's good at it. I think this is all just keep coming with reps. The more reps you get, the more the game slow down for you, and then you're able to know when to take those chances and stuff. So I think that's all it is with him, but everything else, he got it.
Yeah.
When you come into Buffalo and you leave Green Bay, and this is the first time you switch teams in the NFL, right? I mean, it's not. Green Bay was where you came.
Well, no, he's bounced a little bit.
He bounced a little bit
early in his career.
Tell me what was your surprising thing when you got into Buffalo? Because you never know what it's going to be like when you come into a new team.
You don't.
So, what was the surprising thing about Buffalo for you, either on and off the field?
It really was nothing.
Right? Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. Kind of what you thought?
Yeah, what you thought of.
Because I mean, I know these teams, they all say a football team's a football team. They are kind of alike, all of them.
But it's different. So Green Bay is like Buffalo because there's no basketball here. So
right,
there's
no NBA.
There's just football.
No baseball.
Exactly.
No, yeah.
So
it's a football town.
And that's just how Green Bay is.
Yeah.
Like Green Bay, there's nothing but football. So like you don't even see nobody in the town until Friday comes when we play Sunday. Like there's no one. It's like it's a ghost town until
you're in the
Friday.
desert basically until game day, right?
Yeah.
I get that. Yeah.
You got off to a hot start once you got on the field here. I mean, you had like 4 takeaways in your first 3 games in a Bills uniform. People were going gaga over Rasul Douglas. What is it about the way the ball seems to find you? Because it's not like we understand that you're a student of the game, and so you'll choose your times to gamble wisely. But there's a ball flopping around on the field, and you're the first guy there picking it up. Like that's not you don't plan for that stuff. You got to be in the right place for that. But sometimes, for some reason, the ball seems to find you. Why do you think that is?
Just practice habits, man. Every time I'm at practice and the play goes on, I always try to run to the ball. Every play, because I know that's how the ball happens. Like, you never know what someone else's intention is on the ball. Right. So if they're going to knock it out and you're jogging, next thing you know, it's on the ground, and then one of the offensive players get on it. But if you was running full speed, you could get there. You never know if a tip ball going to come and you're running full speed and tip. Oh, hey, thank you. So it's just like you always just want to get yourself as closer to the ball because that's where the play is going to happen anyway. So I just train myself for that every practice. Every play, I was like, I'm going to just try to get to the ball. I'm going to try to get – only time I don't really try that much sometimes is if it's, like, going real fast and, like, someone catches the ball on the far side. Like, that's the only time. But other than that, I'm gone.
So this game coming up, get really good opponent. The Cowboys are coming in flying high. You played in Green Bay, now you played in Buffalo. Two towns that are known for, like, late in the year, it's going to get bad. Mm-hmm. Dallas, they're 3-3 on the road, and they haven't played a game in this kind of weather this year.
Yeah.
Give us an idea of some of the small differences that you got to take into consideration. You're going to play in cold weather, both offensively, defensively. What do you look for when you got to adjust to the cold?
Well, I don't know what they got to look for because I've been in cold my whole life. I've never
West Virginia. You've played in the mountains in college.
I've never played in warm, so I think I'm only used to being in the cold. So my body kind of just adapts for the cold. Like I wake up, my body's already kind of warm. It's already knowing it's going. But I mean, guys come here and it just
makes a huge difference when you live in it.
Yeah. Then when you're just visiting,
when you get off the plane and slap you in the face, it's like
like we here now, so it's different. So
I get it.
Rasul, thanks for the time. We appreciate you coming in here fresh off the practice field. Get yourself a nice hot shower and good luck on Sunday, all right?
Thank you, man.
Thanks,
I appreciate
man.
y'all.
That's cornerback Rasul Douglas joining us here on One Bills Live.